Hi, welcome in everyone. Firestorm Shan here. I'm here to do our full moon reading in Capricorn, the strawberry moon. It is the 29th of June, 2026. We're going to be talking about spreads of money matters and affluence. I thought that would be the most beneficial thing for us to do with it being a Capricorn full moon. Okay, Capricorn energy is about industry, career, public image, earthly matters, money, career, things like that. So the spread I'm going to do is a 4-card spread. And this is called How Can I Become More Affluent? So we're going to go ahead and start with our question. Our first question is what to consider now? So what do we need to consider right now to become more affluent? Okay. All right. What do we need to consider now to become more affluent? That was the 8 of Wands. This could have something to do with sending out messages or traveling, going the distance. Maybe you need to send out more marketing campaigns, email campaigns, put yourself out there more. What can we do what do we need to consider right now? Card number 1, please. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. So this is what we're talking about. We need to consider what kind of work we're doing. What are we building right now? What are we working on? So it's the work card. How can we become more affluent in money? Well, we got to look at what we're doing for work. There could be an opportunity for you to advance up the career ladder. You know, that's what you need to consider right now, what you do for work. Okay. If you're working at McDonald's, I'm sorry, we're just not going to get to I'm sorry, no offense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think that sounds rude because I know a lot of people who retire at McDonald's. That's not what I mean. If you're expecting to live on a McDonald's salary in today's society and get that affluence and more money, I think you're just going to be disappointed because those kinds of jobs are really meant for high school children or kids. They're when you get up and having babies and lots of kids, that doesn't have the greatest pay scale. So you need to look at like maybe getting some education, doing something else for work that pays more. Okay. So if you want more money and be more affluent, then you're going to have to look at what you're doing for work and what you're putting your hand to. And that's the truth. Queen of Swords, it sounds a little cold and calculated and cold shoulder. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just the truth. It's the blunt truth. That's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. They're saying, do the work, get busy, put your mind into it. Mercury, learn something new. Okay. Air energy is very smart people. So whoever I'm talking to is smart. And, you could be making more money using your brains than actually using physical labor. Okay. Okay, so our next question is what or who can help you? What or who can help you? It could be this Queen of Swords, Aries. I'm sorry, not Aries, this Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Could be a lawyer if it's a Libra. If it's an Aquarius, it could be a friend. And if it's a Gemini, it could be just a sibling, a sister, an aunt or an uncle, a family affair, a family money. Okay. Moving forward, what or who can help us right now? Who can help you? What can help you? Who or what can help us? All right, so we have a Gemini, and I say that? It could be a family member, a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, someone in your community, someone nearby. Could be a Gemini that can help you. Now, this is kind of a card of a choice. Let me cover up their naked bodies. I mean, it's just a sense of being vulnerable and no understanding that there is a temptation here and a choice does need to be made. Now, this is being an angelic guidance. The opposite of this energy would be the devil card, which can be career and public image, but we're getting the needing to make some choices here, different choices that will take you and elevate you where you need to go. So the masculine here has got a fiery bush behind him, indicating the wands, wanting to take action, passionate action. Now, the woman has the Adam and Eve symbol of the apple and the snake behind her, which is the tree of knowledge, which she was tricked. Now, this card can be trickster energy as well. The negative side of Gemini energy is trickster energy. So don't trick yourself out of what you could totally manifest in your life at this time. Go towards something passionate. Now, we did get and I said Aries earlier out of my mouth, and there was a reason for it because we have an emperor here. This is the conclusion of the cycle of life. This is grandfather energy, big boss energy. This is the person that has the inheritance, has the grandkids, has the business, is in charge of the kingdom. And so, if you want this kind of affluence, this is Aries energy. You got to step up and become the leader. Okay. There's a choice here of maturing into a position of, you know, higher levels of wealth, higher levels of responsibility, higher levels of accountability as well, I'm hearing. So it's a choice. You're going to have to make a choice to boss it up, is what I'm hearing. That's the baby boss, Aries. All right. So an Aries could be potentially helping you, or a boss figure could be potentially helping you. Okay. A grandfather could be helping you. But the idea of it is someone in authority can help you. Okay, someone in a powerful position of authority, and it is a masculine, it's a masculine, they have something that can help you. Okay, now maybe you just need to go talk to that boss about moving it up the ladder, doing, getting a career change, becoming into management, moving up, something like that. Okay, a conversation needs to be had with a someone in charge for sure, for you to get that affluence and that more money that you're wanting. All right, so let's talk to us about the final card here of a challenge. It's not the final card, it's the challenge that you need to deal with. All right, so we always got to have a challenge. We got to bring the good and the bad, right, folks? What's the challenge that you might have to deal with? A challenge you need, does it say might? A challenge you need to deal with. What is that challenge that you need to deal with? For the collective, the strongest energy, spirit. Thank you. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. Make up your mind. Some of you guys are juggling two jobs and you're going to drop the ball. Two opinions, you're going to drop the ball. You just need to make a decision. Making no decision is still making a decision. Doing nothing at all is still doing something. And so the juggler here, we've got this and that, a decision. What I could do this or I could do that. Making no decision is keeping you stuck. And that is the challenge. There is a decision that needs to be made concerning your finances, and somebody doesn't want to make that choice because I don't know why you don't want to make that choice. I'll ask, why do you not want to make that choice? Why is this such a hard thing to juggle? Oh, let's see here. We have the star card. So why are you juggling? And you got a wish fulfillment that you're juggling. Why are you juggling a wish fulfillment? Do you not really know what you really truly want? Are you just waiting for something to drop in your lap? If that's the case, you've got to send out the emails, you got to have the conversations, you got to have the text, you got to do something, take some sort of action. Um, and so it's like you're afraid you're not going to get your wish fulfillment. You're afraid of somebody saying no. What if they say no? Who cares? We can't live our whole life being afraid of being rejected. All you got to do is ask. You never know unless you ask, right? It's kind of like senior citizens discounts, you guys. You don't get them unless you ask. They don't just automatically look at you and say, hey, you look like you're a senior. I'm going to go ahead and automatically give you a 10% discount, and that's putting money in your, giving you more affluence and helping you get more money just by asking for a discount. You got to believe you're going to get what you want. Star card is major arcana. More of this dreaming things into existence. You've got all this Mercury energy. Remember I said this queen here could be also an Aquarius, someone in your friends group, someone in your circle. It could have something to do with maybe you don't want to leave a work colleague group. You've developed friendships there, and that's causing you to juggle on what you truly want to do. So it can be a difficult decision, even especially like say you get to work with your spouse and then all of a sudden if you guys separated, you've gotten so used to working together, you would miss each other terribly. Or your best friend, your best worker, you'd miss your boss even, you'd miss people. You would. So that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, I don't know what this card is. Oh yeah, there's the 8 of Wands again. They're just saying you got to talk about it. You got to communicate. You got to send out passionate messages, emails, 8 texts, um, eight, 8 days, 8 days, 8 days is a number here. 8 days. Okay. 8 days in a row. Do something 8 days in a row or wait 8 days from today. There's two eights here. You got 8, 8. And usually eights are about, infinity and beyond. So a repeat cycle, repeat income, repeat work. Okay. All right, now the last question is the outcome of our reading. What is this outcome of our reading potentially going to look like? And I say potentially because we have free will. What's this outcome of this reading potentially going to look like for those looking for more affluence and more money in their life? Well, the outcome of your reading is the 9 of Wands. Some of you guys are just going to keep going round and round and round it, beating yourself up. I'm just going to go one more year. I can handle it. Yeah, that's what they're showing me. So they show me that the outcome of our reading is just like somebody's like, whatever, I'll just stay here and go another round. And you know what's at the bottom of the deck? The 10 of Wands. Somebody's just going to stick around till they get burnout and they're not ever going to get that affluence or that more money they want because they're going to make a decision not to leave. Maybe you are somebody else's wish fulfillment, so you would feel guilty or bad for leaving. I don't know. Why would you not want to leave? I mean, the reading is saying we're trying to make more money and more affluence, but yet you're not wanting to let go of a burden. You're wanting to hold on to a burden. Why is this? Whoever this is for. 3 of Pentacles. Well, it's kind of like back to the drawing board. It might require more responsibility out of you because this is a master builder. So this person would be like a supervisor or someone that, oh, I get it. Some of us don't want affluence. We want more money, but we don't want the responsibility that comes along with that because this guy's the master builder. And it is another card of working, and it does go with that Capricorn full moon energy we're talking about, but it's all the responsibility falls on your shoulders. So, okay, me and my husband, we own a small business. We have employees underneath us. Um, we have to take all the responsibilities for everything that goes wrong. If a worker makes a mistake, it falls on our shoulders. So I totally, totally get it. You're kind of looking side-eyed like a wounded rooster. I don't know if I want all this responsibility. It's a big burden. So, hey, it's it's not for everybody. There's a choice. Some of us are made to boss it up and some of us are I don't want to. I just want to be free and rebellious and maybe a nomad. The Aquarius energy's kind of got a nomad energy to it. It's a rebellious energy. Maybe you have a sense of rebellion inside of you where you don't really have the backbone to have people tell people what to do like an emperor does. Like you have a hard time giving people instructions and telling them what to do. Yeah, that's a real thing. So folks, that's what I'm seeing for us. If you want more affluence, there you're going to have to, get more education. I'm seeing more understanding of technology, AI. You're going to have to learn to work with this technology that is taking over the next 7 years. Gemini has got Uranus in there, which is all about these technologies and surprises. And so over the next 7 years, you might need to take a course in just technology. And technology changes very fast. Okay. For those of you who are interested in some sort of change, I could see that as being an outlet for you. All right, folks. So that's what I have for us today. I hope it's been fun, helpful, or a good time, whatever you wanted it to be. If you need to book a personal reading with me, just reach out. Until next time, bye.